The World Series of Poker main event is a simple proposition.
Come on!
$10,000 gains entry to the ground floor. But to reach the top, players must turn to skill.
Don't mess with Wall Street.
Luck.
They're gonna jack.
Oh, wow.
And Gordon Vayo will survive his all-in.
And courage.
The amateur stands up to the worldly pro.
Tonight, with an $8 million first place prize on the line, 9 players will tap all their resources to reach poker's pinnacle. On a ride that started in July, who will get off last in November? The 2016 World Series of Poker main event final table. Nine players are left, each chasing a staggering $8 million first place prize. This event is a spectacle, and spectators continue to support the game and their favorite players. This final table has it all. Young, old, dads, millennials, a melting pot of poker here in Las Vegas. Everyone is fired up and ready to go. Lon McCarron with Norman Chad and Kara Scott as we get a look at the chip counts to start the final table. Cliff Josephy with about a 7 million chip lead over Vietnamese-born Qui Nguyen. Jerry Wong and Fernando Pons need immediate help.
Josephy, the elder at the table at age 50. Pons, the only true amateur at this November 9.
They toiled for 7 days in July. Now the biggest moment of their poker careers is here. Hand number 1 of the 2016 championship final table. Folded to Qui Nguyen with ace-4 off.
He has home felt advantage. He lives in Las Vegas, plus he has his lucky raccoon hat.
Raised to $1.25 million to Cliff Josephy, the chip leader with Queen 9.
The only bracelet winner here. He went from picking stocks to picking online games to crush.
And says, excuse me, but I will take control. A re-raise to $3.2 million. Everyone else folds back to Qui Nguyen.
The chip leader wants to send out an early message, and the two big stacks clashing on the very first hand.
And a re-pop to $8.25 million from Nguyen.
A 4-bet into the chip leader with ace-4 offsuit.
And he cannot continue, and Qui Nguyen takes the pot and the chip lead.
Team Qui tells Team Bax, not on my watch, sir.
Qui Nguyen makes an opening statement tonight. In seating order, let's now meet our November 9.
Jerry Wong from Brooklyn, New York.
Griffin Benger from Toronto, Canada.
Vojtěch Růžička from Prague, Czech Republic.
Fernando Pons from Palma de Mallorca in Spain.
Qui Nguyen from Vietnam.
Cliff Josephy, aka Johnny Bax, from Muttontown, New York.
Michael Ruane from Mayo, New Jersey.
Gordon Vayo from San Francisco, California.
Hallaert from Hansbeke, Belgium.
One of those 9 to become poker's new world champion. 4 chip colors at the table, including the brand new oversized yellow mini frisbees worth $1 million. Hallaert, ace-8 of spades. He's going to raise it to $1.5 million.
Hallaert calls himself a recreational player. Yeah, like Warren Buffett is a recreational investor.
In the big blind, Wojciech Růžička, king 5 of spades. He's from Prague.
Růžička studied cryptography at Charles University in Prague. Cryptographers generally do very well on the singles scene, but there's just no money in that business.
A weak ace versus a weak king, all spades. What could go wrong? Here is the flop, 6-7-4, just 1 spade. Růžička is open-ended. Hallaert with a gut shot. A check from the Czech.
Can a poker tournament director win the most important poker tournament in the world? Why not? There's no tournament rule against it.
He was the pre-flop aggressor. He'll continue. $1.6 million. Hallaert does have the best hand. Růžička makes the call.
Are you going to a World Series Europe in Czech Republic in 2017, Lon?
I'm trying to get alone time with Cliff Josephy to back me, but he's not taking my calls. Jack of spades, both with flush draws. Hallaert, though, has the ace of spades. Růžička checks again.
Hallaert worked as an electrician for 8 years in a factory. Big mistake. You never work for the man. You want to work for yourself.
Hallaert bets $5.3 million.
I like that bet. Hallaert hoping Růžička has maybe a 6 or a 4, just goes away. And if he doesn't, Hallaert has very strong draws.
I'm all in.
Wow, Růžička's ready to run with it.
Wow. Hallaert would gladly pay a $2 million chip penalty to take his bet back and see a river card for free.
He's got the best hand, but it's only ace high. Now in the muck.
Vojtěch Růžička in it to win it. The bluff shove, what a play.
Coming in before play began, we spoke with Vojtěch about his state of mind coming to this final table.
You know, I just want to go orbit by orbit, hand by hand, and not distract myself by thinking about, you know, about the bracelet, about my rail, about how do I look at TV. You know, I didn't come here to look great on TV. I didn't come to make new friends. I just came here to finish the job and bring the bracelet home. That's it.
Same here, Lon. I didn't come here to look great on TV. Didn't come here to make new friends. I just came here to finish the job.
2 out of 3 is not bad for you.
Good for you.
9th place money of $1 million was paid out to each player when action was paused in July, i.e. 9th place walks with nothing extra tonight. Fernando Pons, the short stack, all in with ace-6.
The home improvement store supervisor with 7 big blinds left.
Take a count, please.
And the big blind with King Jack. Josephy wants a count on the man from Mallorca.
Pons traveled 5,875 miles to play this hand. That's a long trip to move in with ace-6.
And with the monster stack, Josephy will look him up and try to knock him out.
Pons won his main event seat with a 30-euro satellite, just a pittance, earning him a 7-figure payday.
Fernando's rail, and Fernando don't look too confident, and a king in the window for Josephy. Pons now must find an ace.
If Fernando Pons is running out of cards.
His first trip to Vegas was to play in the main event. This is his second trip. Turn card is a 9, doesn't help Pons.
Team backs in good spirits. Fernando Pons has to have an ace.
The river card. Another king. Josephy Rivers trips. Fernando Pons out in 9th place.
That's one. Pons' first main event ever, $1 million.
November 9 short stacks have not fared well historically. Josephy takes the win. Ryan Reese, Chance Cornuth, Sean Deeb celebrate with Josephy, who's back in the chip lead. Pons came in 9th, goes out 9th. Still a great main event for the first-timer.
It's just beautiful.
Oh my God, get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me?
Michael Ruane and others getting a chance to hold the bracelet if first place was awarded based on family participation. Ruane would win in a landslide.
My family, unbeknownst to me, they were all meeting at my aunt's house every night.
The entire family, friends, everybody's gathering.
Everyone was there and was there from 3 p.m. until 3 in the morning.
And I didn't know this at all because they didn't want to make me nervous.
What was the nickname?
It was headquarters.
They're sitting around a computer. It's not like you're watching a sporting event. You're just sitting on a computer hitting the refresh button. But they would do this for 8 or 9 hours for 3 days straight.
Every time the money jumped, we were all, losing our minds over here.
It was sort of this frenzy of who's coming in and who's coming out, and I just kept supplying pizza.
And we're always just going back and forth to each other's houses. My grandparents lived 3 doors down.
I think my grandma maybe got 2 hours of sleep from day 6 and 7. She was up all night.
Love you guys.
My mom and dad, God bless them, I mean, they are 84 years old, and they're refreshing, and they're refreshing.
We were the real ones grinding. I was up for 13 hours, had to go to work the next day, so were all my brothers. It was nuts.
All we can do is refresh. So you have to picture all of us in the room.
And there were various satellite locations.
Who can refresh faster?
Ireland had a satellite location.
Mikey was the one sitting at the table dealing with the real stress, but might have been more stressful for us following updates.
This is the book we made for Mikey. So the beginning of the book is all of his chip counts.
It's quite a piece of memorabilia to have.
So we wanted him to be able to really look back and enjoy the moments.
He's worked extremely hard for this, and we couldn't be happier for him.
Let's go, Mike! Let's go, Mike! Let's go, Mike!
The support in my family are they're too much. They're too funny.
Let's go, Mike! Let's go, Mike!
I'm only gonna have this opportunity once, most likely. So I'm gonna really treat it like as serious as one should.
Ruane opened with King Jack to $1.4 million. Kenny Hallaert has called with pocket 6s.
By the way, if the Ruane clan wanted updates, I could have called them from the main event floor and put them on speakerphone, no charge.
Ruane flops open-ended, but it's Hallaert with the pocket sixes holding the best hand.
And who wants to hit refresh on a computer for 9 hours unless you're Mark Zuckerberg?
Ruane bets $1.8 million.
Hallaert says, I know I'm not one of the best 9 players in the tournament. I just got a good run. And that just makes you want to root for him a bit more.
Hallaert calls, but you see by the percentages, he's not favored, though he does have the best hand. Gotta love poker. Turn card now is another queen, and Hallaert's sixes just got counterfeited by the 2 bigger pairs on board.
That's why he wasn't favored, even though he had the best hand.
Good point. Ruane now with his king and the 2 pair on board has the advantage, and he checks. Hallaert checks back. River card now. Makes it official. Ruane has the best of it. Michael checks.
Hallaert knows his hand is no good at showdown.
And he wants to test the New Jersey Online Poker Pro. $3.6 million from Kenny.
Ruane missed his draw and wondering if King High can actually be good here.
He makes the call, and King High is actually good there.
The Ruane clan doesn't have to hit the refresh button. They can watch that gutsy call live here at the Penn and Teller Theater.
In earlier days of the main event, Ruane took his time on the river and often made that right decision. There with a nice call. Michael just one of 2 millennials at this final table, along with 27-year-old Gordon Vayo. This year, a noticeable decline in the youngins from years past.
20-somethings have won the last 8 main events, but maybe it's an old man's game again. Maybe the young guns have burned themselves out.
Vayo on the button with ace tray of spades saw 30-year-old Růžička open for $1,825,000 with queens.
On day 6 with 38 players left, Vayo was all in with ace-king against aces. He made Broadway on the turn. He should feel as if he's on a free roll for the rest of his life.
Blinds up to 400, 800,000, and a re-raise from Vayo on the button to 5.1 million. In the big blind, a short stack, Jerry Wong with jacks.
Greg Merson, Ryan Reese, and Joe McKeon, all main event champs who wore sports jerseys at the final table. Tough to pull it off in a Knicks jersey, though, and a tough spot here for pocket jacks.
This 34-year-old was the main event chip leader to begin day 6, and he's going to 4-bet it to $8.5 million, almost all in. Růžička now with his queens. He's not going anywhere.
Great spot for Růžička.
5-bet in progress. He makes it $13.5 million.
At this point, Vayo's cards may as well be from a Racco deck. They have no value.
Vayo has $5 million of his chips in the pot. He'll leave them behind. And Wong calls all in with his jacks. Big trouble against the queens.
Růžička has the Florida Pro by way of New York crushed.
Růžička with a chance to knock off a player, get a 7-handed. Wong on the chopping block. Here is the flop. Not much hope there for Wong.
No, it could be worse.
It could be better. Wong still looking for a jack or running straight cards.
Turn card now. 4 of hearts brings Jerry Wong close to perhaps the end of his main event journey.
One time.
All right.
One time.
That's a very late one-time request.
The river card is paid. Jerry thought it might have been a jack, but it's another queen. He's gone in 8th place.
Like Fernando Pons, Jerry Wong simply waited for one hand to play. He just got a good hand at a bad time.
Wong, a talented and respected poker talent. Jerry picks up an extra $100K for finishing 8th. Růžička now is the chip leader, 7-handed at this main event final table. Not the time to say we told you so, but Jerry, we told you so. Pocket jacks never win. Nice run, Mr. Wong. We'll see you next year. Welcome back to the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino. Back in July, 6,737 players entered the main event after 2 eliminations. Here at this final table, we're down to 7. Might get down to 6 unless Griffin Benger can survive his all-in. He's had nothing to play, counting on ace-9 of spades to bail him out against the pocket 10s held by Gordon Vayo.
They got it all in pre-flop. The Counter-Strike world champion and fledgling poker broadcaster has had nothing going here. Right now, Griffin Benger has to have an ace or a 9.
The river card is a 6. Griffin Benger's run of a lifetime comes to an end. 7th place in this main event.
I was hoping Griffin would win so he'd stop pursuing a poker broadcasting career and stop trying to take bread off my table.
7th place worth $1.25 million US, almost $1.7 million Canadian. So a nice boost to Gordon Vayo's stack as we're down to 6 players now. Vayo's love of poker created an early academic exit about 10 years ago.
I'm proud of the way I turned out, I guess, but I'm not necessarily proud of the fact that I didn't finish high school by any means. You know, that was something that I was really embarrassed about for a long time, and I would get really upset when people would say, oh, you dropped out of high school, things like that. No, I didn't drop out of high school. Maybe indirectly I contributed, certainly, but it was something that I was self-conscious about for a long time, for sure.
Gordon didn't drop out. He was expelled several weeks short of graduation because he played too much poker and didn't show up to class much.
Gordon Vayo now living in San Francisco with ace-10 of clubs in the big blind will match the $2 million that chip leader Růžička put in with ace-10 of spades. So heads up to the flop. 8-9 trade 2 clubs. Vayo with the nut flush draw as Růžička misses that. Vayo checks.
Růžička says he's gotten so lazy, he only plays online 2 or 3 days a week. I understand if you're too lazy to mountain climb, but to play online, all you have to do is wake up, reach for your laptop, and power it on. You don't even have to get dressed.
Růžička bets $5.5 million. The percentages you see are based on a player winning the pot outright at showdown.
Now, Vayo, he used to play online all the time. He had initiative. He was just too lazy to drive to school.
Vayo will come along for $5.5 million. Turn card now is another club, and Vayo with a nut flush. Růžička with a useless gut shot. Vayo checks it again. Wojciech Růžička, the chip leader at this main event championship table, drawing dead, and looks like he wants to donate more chips to the middle.
Růžička in it to win it. He'll take a shot. Not a good time.
$7.5 million.
Vayo is a trappy kind of guy, likes his opponent to take the lead, and he'll keep check calling.
This is Vayo's first main event cash, and he just makes the call with the nut flush.
I would have thought he missed the day in school they taught you how to trap.
Another 9 on the river. Let's see if Vayo can get any more out of Růžička. He checks again. They both check. Ace-10 versus ace-10, but the nut flush comes home. Růžička might set fire to his cards here as he picked a bad time to get aggressive, and Gordon takes a nice pot.
Růžička thinking, I hate high school dropouts who turn nut flushes. Gordon used to hear this chant in high school. That's when they were looking for him.
Vayo solidifying his hold on 4th place. He's on the heels of Josephy now. Blinds at $500,000 and $1 million. The ante is $150,000.
Ante-schmanties. Get rid of the antes.
Hallaert under the gun. Ace-queen of clubs. A raise to $2.3 million. Over to Qui Nguyen with pocket aces and that hat.
Yeah. To be at the main event final table with a raccoon hat and pocket aces.
With Růžička falling out of the chip lead, Qui Nguyen is now the chip leader again. A re-raise to $5.7 million. Josephy gets out of the way, as does Ruane. Vayo in the big blind, pocket 10s.
Hallaert raised under the gun, and now it's been 3-bet. The way Vayo has been playing, I wouldn't be shocked to see him fold this.
Vayo gives it up. Well done, sir. Hallaert now. The original raiser, ace-queen suited.
There is never a good time to have ace-queen. And some times are worse than others. This would be one of those times.
All in.
Oh, no. All in, snap call. Kenny Hallaert poised to be our sixth-place finisher.
Hallaert is not happy with himself. 35 million chips, 35 big blinds about to be removed from his stack. His main event about to end abruptly.
Poker pro Melanie Weisner, who cashed in this year's main event in Hallaert's corner.
You work so hard for so long to get here, and one misstep sends you out into the hot desert night.
And now the flop. A queen for Hallaert, so that's something, but no clubs.
Now that queen does not help Hallaert nearly enough.
Qui Nguyen looking to score all of Kenny Hallaert's almost 36 million chips. Turn card is a 7. Qui and his crowd ready to erupt. Hallaert's path is narrow and short now.
Kenny Hallaert looks crestfallen. He has to have a queen or he is done.
The river card, a 4. Nguyen will score his first knockout at this final table. Kenny Hallaert sent packing in 6th place.
A terrific run for the affable poker tournament director, but that last hand will sting for a while.
Qui Nguyen exerting his influence on this final table. The players are set to take a break, but for Kenny Hallaert, a much longer one is scheduled. But right now, Qui Nguyen is the man of the hour with 5 players left.
The best poker content on the internet.
Your super high rollerball 7 champion.
Oh yeah!
Wheels are coming off.
That's the craziest hand I've ever seen. What was that bite?
Go to get.pokerco.com/YT24 for $20 off a new annual subscription.
The championship is coming. And at the World Series of Poker main event, that means $8 million and the bracelet.
A win is really the culmination. It's the pinnacle.
From the start, main event first-timer Qui Nguyen found chips everywhere he looked. Now Nguyen takes a commanding lead into 5-handed action. But 4 talented pros are waiting for his first mistake. The championship is coming. We win the chip leader right now. He was the wild card coming into tonight's action. His wife and many friends on his rail are loving this thrill ride right now. Nguyen from Saigon, but loves this country. Asked that we put the U.S. flag next to his name. He's got pocket 6s and a raise to $2,350,000.
Qui had a bad baccarat habit. He had to sell his car. He had to call family in Vietnam and ask them to sell his home there and send them the money because of his baccarat losses. And now he's staring at a multi-million-dollar score because he can play poker pretty well.
Pocket 8s for Ruane.
On.
And he says all in for over $23 million with a bigger pocket pair.
Ruane with 23 big blinds. He needs a double up. And this would be for about 20% of Qui's big stack.
Nguyen did catch a lucky river card against Ruane on day 7 to stay alive in this main event, and he's going to make the call with the smaller pocket pair. So Michael Ruane in good shape for a double up here.
Sixes.
Ruane thrilled. He's not racing with Qui. He's got the chip leader crushed.
Qui loves the gamble of the game. He could lose this pot twice and still be the chip leader. Ruane happy in the position he's in right now. Here is the flop. Ruane still good in his double-up hunting trip. We win calmly, waiting it out.
Ruane said making the November 9 was indescribable. Winning the main event would be even more indescribable, but first he must survive this all-in.
Turn card is a queen, which is not a 6, so it comes down to the river. Ruane ahead, but can't sit easily.
Yeah, you see him squinting there. Ruane says he has trouble reading the board sometimes. His first piece of business after the final table might be LASIK surgery, but first he's got to dodge a 6 on the river.
The river is a king. Ruane gets his double up through the chip leader, Qui Nguyen.
And that's the most emotion we have seen from Michael Ruane. Still the short stack, but with playing chips now.
Yeah, over 47 million for Michael. Qui Nguyen takes the ding, but still the chip leader with more than 97 million. Michael Ruane, one of the most likable players at this final table. He comes from an online poker background, and most of his competitors say they don't know too much about him, and he wants to keep it that way.
He loved Malta, Costa Rica, and Canada, but Ruane was homesick for family, homesick for New Jersey, and homesick for bologna and cheese sandwiches.
Quick recap of Růžička's main event, his fifth, chip leader on day 7, but began his final table in 6th, though he was top dog tonight for about 20 hands. Růžička with ace-king in the small blind saw Vayo raise with pocket eights.
Růžička's favorite NBA team, the Detroit Pistons. How many Pistons fans can there be in Czech Republic? There aren't even that many Piston fans in the U.S.
With ace-king, he's going to repop it to 8,150,000. Nguyen gives up his big blind, so back to Gordon now.
Vayo has been pretty snug. I'm sure he is not thrilled with that 3-bet.
Two very even stacks. Wojciech with a slight advantage, and there's a call from Vayo with the eights. Růžička, ace-king against Vayo's pocket eights. And here is the flop, an 8 for Vayo. Růžička in big trouble if he wants to continue here.
If they did a study, I'd bet that players who flop sets at the World Series do the best. Yes, skill matters, but so do sets.
And a set for Vayo and Růžička, putting chips into the middle with a continuation bet of 6,150,000, slightly more than 1/3 the pot.
For Vayo, this is nearly checkmate.
Not long ago, Vayo won a 31 million chip pot from Růžička with a nut flush when they both had ace-10. Now Gordon Vayo, with his monster hand, just makes the call.
Vayo is very trappy. Růžička is very not happy.
Turn card now. 7 of hearts, another miss for Růžička as he is now drawing dead.
And that's a good-looking board for a set of 8s.
And a better sight. Vayo's opponent thinking about putting more chips in.
Růžička is in it to win it. He has no fear.
That is 11.4 million.
Such a passive, peaceful-looking man with a set.
Yeah, with the set. And when he had the flush against Růžička not too long ago, he had Wojciech putting chips in the middle voluntarily too. Vayo counts out another call. Doesn't want to scare off Wojciech.
Vayo does not have a trapping license in the state of Nevada, so this should not be legal.
River card. 5 of spades.
I'm all in.
All in? I call.
Vayo calls all in, and with his set of 8s, he scores a huge double up.
Set of 8s, ace-king.
Vayo with a huge pot, leaving Wojciech Růžička with crumbs.
Růžička no longer in it to win it. All but out of here as he bluffs off almost his entire stack.
Vayo is now the chip leader, and Růžička can say he went for it, but that's little consolation. Once stacked with heaps, he's left with scraps. In case we needed to be reminded, Wojciech Růžička showed us that every decision is so critical at a poker table. A bluff at the absolute wrong time gets called, leaving him with little hope. Now here he's shoved with ace-7 as Qui Nguyen woke up with ace-queen of hearts.
Růžička trying to double up to 2 big blinds here. It's pretty grim.
Another 4. All those outs go unused. Wojciech Růžička is on the outside looking in, done in 5th place.
He played with a lot of heart. No one at this table wanted to see Wojciech Růžička with a lot of chips, and now he has no chips.
He wins almost $2 million. Qui Nguyen closing the gap slightly on chip leader Vayo.
Růžička was trying to become the first from Czech Republic to win the main event. Martin Stashko finished 2nd in 2011.
And right now, he is down with Arcara Scott.
Wojciech, I need you to talk to us about that critical hand. What's your thinking in that hand there?
I was trying to play the hand right, and it didn't work. Gordon made a great job trapping me there, and that's it. Yeah.
You've played some amazing poker at this final table. We watched some really incredible hands. So as a general overview, how do you feel that you've done here? It's tough to do now.
To be at this final table is amazing experience. A lot of money. I met many new people which I would never met without getting there. So I'm really grateful to be here. But right now it hurts, and yeah. But I will be back stronger next year.
Thank you so much. Out in 5th place.
We're four-handed. Vayo, who put the big hurt on Růžička, has pocket 6s here on the button. He is the chip leader. A race of $2.3 million to win in the small blind, the former chip leader with pocket 4s.
When Qui first came to the U.S., he worked in a nail salon in Alaska. Then he came to Las Vegas and bought a nail salon where he met his wife.
Qui makes the call to the big blind Josephy, the chip leader, to begin this final table. He's got a queen, he's got ace queen.
Josephy is a Mets fan, that's strike 1. He's a Knicks fan, that's strike 2. And he graduated from the University of Michigan, which makes him a Jim Harbaugh fan. That's strike 3 and 4.
A re-raise, though, from Josephy with ace queen to an even $9 million.
Well, Vayo, the original raiser with the best hand, but he got called, and then Josephy 3-bet it. Gordon's been pretty snug, so again, I wouldn't be shocked to see him fold this.
We did see him correctly fold his pocket 10s after Nguyen's pressure. Nguyen was holding aces, and Vayo folds here.
That leaves us with the 2 blinds, and Qui more of a feel guy than a math guy.
All in.
Wow. All in. He says all in. He's feeling it.
And I doubt Josephy is feeling it to risk the rest of his substantial stack with ace queen.
And he can't call. What a gutsy play by Nguyen.
Team Qui again tells team backs, not on my watch.
Wow. Nguyen has cut quite a figure on poker's ultimate stage.
His bets, raises, and re-raises are generally much larger than standard, and that has confounded his opponents.
Nice hand, Qui.
Thank you.
And that hand propels Qui Nguyen into the chip lead, four-handed now with over $112 million. Ruane still the short stack. Action now on Cliff Josephy. Josephy with ace-jack of hearts. He's going to raise it up to $2.4 million.
Josephy would be the first over 50 to win the main event since Noel Furlong at age 61 in 1999.
Cliff with 2 World Series of Poker bracelets, the only one coming to this championship table with any World Series bracelets. Vayo with King Queen.
Josephy used to be a financial backer of Vayo Online a decade ago. Now they are trying to tear each other's heart out and feed it to the pigeons loitering near the Rio Valley lot.
Vayo in second place now with a re-raise to $8.1 million. Back to Josephy now.
Josephy used to do training videos. He says you can teach patience easier than you can teach aggression. And Cliff very measured and patient at this main event to make it this far.
Calls for $5.7 million more with the best hand. Here's the flop. It is 10 Jack King. Vayo with top pair and open-ended. Josephy with a Broadway draw and middle pair.
That flop did not miss anyone, young or old.
Vayo was the pre-flop aggressor. He continues here with $4.7 million and the best hand.
Josephy would prefer to play small pots, but this one is growing.
With middle pair, he makes the call. To mention, both with that Broadway draw. Turn card now is an ace. Oh my, Vayo scores Broadway. Josephy with aces up now. Gordon's fiancée Kate can barely watch this.
Gordon met her in high school, I guess on one of the few days he was actually there.
Gordon bets $10.1 million and gets the stare from Cliff.
Well, Cliff makes 2 pair, and it's the worst card in the deck. I could see Josephy getting away from this. A queen certainly in Vayo's range. He could have ace queen, king queen, pocket queens. Vayo had 3-bet pre-flop.
Cliff with the 2 pair, as you mentioned, and a Broadway draw to chop. And those are calling chips. Wow. What a hand this is playing out to be, but that's a letdown. Deuce of diamonds on the river.
A deuce on the river doesn't change anything, anywhere, anytime, anyhow.
Vayo has been the aggressor the whole way, and that's got to tell Cliff something. Gordon now. Stack of those $500,000 chips adds up to $14.7 million.
I bet is small and fishy. I mean, it smells fishier than Fisherman's Wharf with the breeze blowing in.
You can see the furrowed brow on Josephy, and he's thinking the same thing, I think, Norman.
Well, Cliff is getting more than 4-1 on a call here. He knows it's either a straight or a bluff.
Fold leads him with over $49 million, and he does give it up.
Josephy frustrated, but he makes the right decision one street late.
Kate is loving it as her man Gordon Vayo once again is in the chip lead. So a timely turn again puts Vayo in the driver's seat chip leader with 4 players remaining. The high roller wheel at the link just down the road from the Rio as these 4 players compete in poker's most prestigious tournament. Michael Ruane, the short stack in the big blind with Queen 9. And he makes a call for $2.3 million total after Vayo opened with Ace 10 and Nguyen called with Queen Jack of Hearts. 3 players to the flop. Trade 10-7-1 heart. Ruane misses. Vayo picks up top pair. A check from Michael.
Vayo worked in a grocery store as a teenager. His job was to walk down the aisles and turn products around so the labels faced the customer. He quit after 3 weeks, has never worked again.
With top pair, a bet of $2.8 million. Qui Nguyen with 2 overcards.
Nguyen has had one job at this final table: confuse his opponents.
And he has done that very well. He makes the call. Ruane gets out of the way. Will be heads up to the turn.
Well, that's an optimistic call by Qui.
Turn card now. 4 of hearts. Vayo still best with his pair of 10s. Nguyen with a flush draw now.
Great board for Gordon Vayo's hand.
Vayo reaching for some of the oversized yellow mini frisbees worth $1 million each. Some of each. $7.7 million from Gordon Vayo.
As you mentioned, Nguyen picked up that flush draw, and he does have 2 overs to the board. There's only 1 card to come, though, unless they change the rules four-handed.
No, they have not. But he does have that glorious rocket raccoon hat and a decision.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wow. And he says raise.
He didn't have to say raise. The thumb in the air is the universal symbol for raising. Of course, it's also the universal symbol for ordering a thumb ring if you happen to be in a thumb ring store.
And with his 4 flush, he raises to $24.4 million.
Nguyen apparently called the flop with the intention of robbing Vayo on the turn. That heart probably gave Qui a lot more criminal courage.
Vayo's been ahead the whole way.
Nice answer.
But he does give it up, and he folds to the power of Qui.
Qui Nguyen, unpredictable, unconventional, undecipherable.
With the lucky hat, he continues to run circles around this talented final table.
So when I see the hat, I like it because I feel like, okay, this is how who I am when I go in the game. Check it out. So you have to be like that.
If I go to my grave with that hat on, I will not rest easy 6 feet under.
Qui Nguyen, our chip leader right now. Action on Michael Ruane. Queen 8 of diamonds under the gun. Stay active or stay home when it's four-handed. He raises to $2.3 million. Vayo on the button with King Queen.
Ruane, like Vayo, also had 1 real job when he was younger. He worked at American Eagle Outfitters, folding clothes. He also quit after 3 weeks.
With the bigger queen, he makes the call. Qui Nguyen folds ace 9. Josephy now on the big blind with ace jack.
Cliff Josephy always has had 1 job, being Cliff Josephy and living the good life.
And it's good enough. He makes the call.
I don't like calling there out of the blind with ace jack. It's raise or fold where I come from.
You come from years and years of playing losing poker, Norman.
Good for you.
Jack 10, 8, 2 diamonds. It's Christmas at the main event. Josephy with top pair, top kicker. Ruane with a straight flush draw and bottom pair and open-ended for Vayo.
What an action flop like in the movies. But whatever happened to poker movies? What's going on with Rounders 2?
Yeah, what is going on with Rounders 2? $4 million from Josephy.
Didn't Michael Ruane turn a straight flush on day 7 against James Opes? He's due for another one.
And he knows it. He makes the call. Now Vayo with the 2 overcards and open-ended.
He's drawn to the nuts straight. He can't go anywhere.
And 4 yellows into the pot. What a flop that was. Turn card now. Another jack. Trips for Josephy and the big advantage, but he's not out of the woods.
Josephy won a stud bracelet in 2005, a no-limit hold'em bracelet in 2013.
This bet is double the flop bet. 8 million chips here.
I believe Michael Ruane would think better if he improved his diet, cut his hair, and lost the shades.
He's got 2 pair now. He'd be okay with a straight or a flush, and of course a straight flush works for him too. He calls, Vayo smartly folds. Heads up now, Josephy against Ruane. River card 6 of hearts, and Ruane comes up empty on everything.
Josephy, about 90% certain he has a 100% hand right here.
All in.
And he bets enough to put Ruane all in.
Ruane with 2 pair. Hard to call off all your chips here, but it is possible Josephy also missed a draw.
Michael has committed over 14 million to this pot already, but manages a fold there, and finally some fresh air for Team Bax.
New Jersey yields to New York.
Ruane down to 28 million now. A tantalizing board that came up empty for Ruane while Josephy reaps the rewards. The Maywood faithful probably getting concerned. Michael Ruane's stack is getting short. That is the bracelet that goes to the champion along with $8 million. Qui Nguyen with nearly half the chips in play as we continue four-handed. Ruane has lost a few small pots and is now just below 16 big blinds. Qui Nguyen under the gun with ace-jack.
When Qui first came to Las Vegas, he played poker at Bellagio. They called him Tommy Gun because of his aggressive play.
You can have it.
I'll take it, actually.
Yesterday you gave me a 500.
He's got almost 161 million. He can throw a few around. A raise to 2.7 million. Josephy with a weak ace. He gives away to the small blind Ruane. King of hearts, queen of hearts.
It's go time for the Hoboken kid by way of Maywood. I think it's go time.
On.
It's go time. Vayo folds a king.
Well, this is an automatic call for Qui with his hand and his stack. It's for less than 10% of his chips. He's good for it. I think he's good for it.
Surprisingly, Nguyen giving this a lot of thought.
15 what?
15.7.
Call.
And there is the call we expected. Nguyen looking for his third straight knockout at this final table.
Are you thinking of folding?
Em cầm xì bồi, nó cầm nằm già. Em cầm xì bồi, nó cầm nằm.
King, queen of hearts, ace jack off. He thought for a little bit. He thought for like 10 seconds.
Qui Nguyen with a chance to pick up the last of Ruane's chips here.
Ruane doubled through win earlier. Hasn't seen a lot of daylight tonight. Looking to survive.
And here is the flop. And that flop keeps Qui Nguyen ahead.
Ruane can see no real help on that flop.
Michael Ruane looking for something to extend his main event. The jack pairs win, but it brings more outs for Michael.
Yeah, it's not going to hit after that one. King queen suited is not really supposed to lose ever. Jack's a bad card for me.
Ruane's got to have a 10, queen, or king.
It's a river 8. Win with another knockout. Michael Ruane's journey has concluded with a 4th place finish.
Good luck, man. You played really good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bring it in. Good luck, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
Good luck.
Qui Nguyen extends his lead. Ruane takes home over $2.5 million.
Great family, great spirit, great run. He can buy a whole lot of bologna and cheese the rest of his life now.
Ruane's previous best live tournament payout was only 17 grand. He's done a bit better tonight. Right now, the pride of Maywood is with Arcara Scott.
We spoke before this all started, and you said that you'd had so many positive comments from complete strangers, even really all over the world. So can you explain what this experience has been like in a general sense?
Yeah, it's been awesome. That's been definitely the craziest part. Even being at the Rio here the last couple of days, people have been coming up to me and wishing me luck. And just like Facebook, Twitter messages from all these people I've never met before, let alone, obviously my family and friends are here, but to have people I've never met before rooting for me is awesome. It's been really cool.
Thanks so much. We appreciate you talking to us.
What a final threesome. The legend of Johnny Bax, the promise of Gordon Vayo, and the unpredictability of the gambler, Qui Nguyen.
Everyone came back to Las Vegas with renewed optimism, but the early eliminations went down as planned. Vojtěch Růžička's bluff went bad. Griffin Benger defined card dead. Kenny Hallaert directed himself out of the tournament with ace-queen, while Maywood's Michael Ruane's run for the big money came up short. There were so many twists and turns to get here, and the path is just as winding on the way to $8 million and the bracelet. In one of the most unpredictable years of the World Series of Poker main event, only one thing is certain. Tonight, a champion will be crowned.
Who wants it?
I'm like almost like getting like shakes and like chills just like having it in my hand.
I want to take you home.
Take it away before I become too attached.
Cliff Josephy. Gordon Vayo. And overwhelming chip leader Qui Nguyen take to the felt with just one guarantee. Someone is walking into the Vegas night with $8 million. Excitement, drama, uncertainty. It must be the final table of the World Series of Poker main event. Despite the enormous stakes and pressure, 39-year-old main event first-timer Qui Nguyen is at ease with a chip lead. Trailing Nguyen is 27-year-old poker pro Gordon Vayo, the youngest player, currently second in chips. And then there's Cliff Josephy, the former stockbroker looking to gift himself at age 50 the World Championship bracelet. Juan McCarron here with my longtime broadcast partner Norman Chad and Kara Scott as we get a look at the chip counts. Norman, what stands out to you about this final three?
The contrast we have. Qui Nguyen is the gambler. Gordon Vayo is the prodigy who's been playing snug. Cliff Josephy is the wily veteran.
We are ready to get three-handed action underway. And Cliff's wife Lisa on the stage. I see, going with hat and shades.
Mirror image.
You want to play like that? I'm going to play like that.
Okay.
I'll play just like you.
I don't like this. Maybe it's just for show, but I think you want to play your game, not the other guy's game.
Well, look at the chips in play. The normal size lavender is worth $100K, and the red and yellow oversized mini frisbees much needed with almost 337 million chips in play for our final three. Ace 4 off for Nguyen to open things up, 2.7 million.
Qui Nguyen has been the X factor here. No one can figure him out.
Qui took his first lead at this championship table on hand number 1 going through Josephy. He's got ace queen of diamonds.
Josephy, as you mentioned, once the chip leader. Qui Nguyen now the chip captain.
Josephy, maybe better known in the poker world as Johnny Bax, trying to get a read on Qui Nguyen through those glasses. Those are worth $1 million each. And a 3-bet to $8.5 million. Vayo folds.
The very first hand of this final table saw these two face off with pre-flop fireworks. Qui had the better hand then and got the better of it. Cliff this time with the better hand.
Does Qui believe?
There's got to be a tell when Qui assembles chips fast or slow, when he repeaks, how he moves his body, but all that's above my pay grade.
Everyone here has had trouble figuring him out. And is this a 4-bet, Norman? Qui Nguyen playing back with a 4-bet, and Cliff is all in.
5-bet shove.
Pause is good. It's so good when they pause. He paused. He paused.
He's not all in yet. Or he is all in, he hasn't been called.
He paused.
A new Cliff Josephy channeling Qui Nguyen and Will Kassouf.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to talk during hands. I'm sorry, guys.
This hand is exactly Qui's weakness, overplaying marginal hands. And I think this is a pretty easy fold given all of Cliff's banter, which indicates strength.
29-9.
Echo.
And he makes the call!
Si gamble. I know I hit a call.
Let's gamble.
They gamble.
Ace, queen of diamonds, ace, 4, black. Ace, 4, black.
Team Qui not happy.
All right, no more high fives. No more high fives. Let's go. Let's go.
Qui Nguyen playing loose and fast with his big chip lead.
Come here, baby.
Oh. Cliff brought out the lucky dog.
Monty, 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 Monty. All right. I think I got to sweat this, right?
If Monty's a lucky dog, I'd bring him over to the table to sweat it.
Here is the flop, and top 2 for Josephy.
It's a queen. It's a queen.
Of course it's a queen. Wall Street always wins. Was Cliff like this on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange?
The black tray is good enough. Josephy with the big double up.
The poker world wondered, would Qui Nguyen blow up? Well, it looks like it's possible.
Let's go. New ball game.
This game on, man.
Can we hope? Can I count the track or? Okay.
The best poker content on the internet.
Your super high rollerball 7 champion.
Oh, yeah.
Wheels are coming off.
That's the craziest hand I've ever seen. What was that bite?
Go to get.pokerco.com/YT24 for $20 off a new annual subscription.
Hard to imagine a better start for Cliff Josephy to three-handed play.
Pause is good. It's so good when they pause.
Echo.
Si gamble.
Let's gamble.
Josephy in much better position at this final table now, supported by a rock-solid family life at home.
How are you?
My dad made the final table, and it's like really absurd.
It's been tough. I haven't gotten a great night's sleep. There's always something to think about. There's always something to do, but I'm loving it. I get to play.
I get nervous, I guess, about it when he goes deep, so it's more my friends who also get so excited about it, and I try to like lay low.
Let's go.
And they'll call me and be like, can I tell you how well he's doing? And I'll be like, no, I don't really want to know until he has a break and he tells me.
Well, I had played poker for a number of years, being the fish in the game, as the guy who made the money in the stock market that would come and dump a few $1,000s a week on Thursday nights, and loved being that guy, by the way.
I'm the one who tells him, to eat right and to exercise.
Is it really?
We have some friends and family who are coming to root him on, and I thought it would be cute if we had some hats made.
The competition is formidable. These are very, very good players. You just have to figure out how each person's playing and what's the best strategy to play against each other person.
Wow. The old man beat you.
It happens. Get him next time.
I'm definitely loving it.
If you don't believe in genetics after that piece, nothing will ever convince you.
Continuing three-handed, the blinds now at 601.2 million. Josephy with pocket deuces raises to 2.5 million. Vayo with pocket trays.
Vayo, 27 years old, 27 World Series cashes. This means he's cashing once a year, every year of his life.
He wasn't cashing in the World Series when he was 4 years old.
Yes, he was.
He calls with his trays. Win with ace-jack.
Qui said, let's gamble after he doubled up Josephy. He is a gambler.
And a re-raise with ace-jack to 7.7 million.
Qui Nguyen's coach, young fan, told him tonight to be aggressive but keep the pot small. I'm not sure how you do both. Josephy and Vayo certainly would like to play small ball as much as possible.
Josephy with the smallest pocket pair. And he calls for 5.2 million more. Vayo now with another small pocket pair.
Vayo has not been that active at this final table, but it has led him to the final three.
Very respected in the poker world. And he does make the call. So a family pot energizing the crowd. All right, here we go. And a deuce for Cliff and a tray for Vayo. Set over set.
Set over pre-flop aggressor. We're going to see some chips flying into the middle.
Vayo checks his stronger set. Nguyen, who missed that flop, as you mentioned, was the pre-flop aggressor. Obliged to continue here. 9.9 million stepping into the hornet's nest.
Yeah, Qui might gamble his way from big stack to small stack very, very quickly.
And now Josephy coolered with a set underset.
But Cliff absolutely loves this spot. Both he and Vayo thinking the same thing. Let Qui build the pots, and we can eventually take a lot of his chips.
Josephy working with the chips upon which he recently doubled up. Almost painful to watch Josephy descending into the dungeon here. He makes the call. Now Vayo with that statue-like face, the dominating set. There is a call from Gordon. And Kate can hardly stand it.
It's a trapper's convention, but one of the trappers is trapped by the other trapper.
Four of diamonds gives Nguyen a wheel draw.
Well, ace-5 and 5-6 got there. Nobody has either hand.
Vayo checks again. Qui Nguyen, the chip leader, is done pumping the pot.
Well, this is what Josephy's been waiting for. He's 90% certain he's ahead here. Though it might cross his mind that there aren't too many hands Vayo would call a flop with, given the pre-flop action.
Check, check. 21 million from Josephy.
Well, Vayo is 90% certain he's ahead here. They both can't be right. Vayo's got to figure Josephy would have 4-bet pre-flop with pocket kings. So Gordon very comfortable here with his set of threes.
The rails, anything but comfortable.
By the way, if Vayo just calls here, I'm not 90% certain Nguyen will fold. He might check raise just for kicks.
And Vayo is going for it all. That's over 75 million. Nguyen folds.
Can Josephy get away from this? This is the hand of the final table, set over set. Josephy just doubled up. If he calls here, he'll be down to 8 big blinds. I mean, could Vayo have like king queen? Seems impossible. I hate to be armchair quarterback since I don't have arms on my chair and this isn't football, but I think this is a fold. It's hard to fold a set, but is Gordon really bluffing here?
Wow, he almost called, double checks, and does call! And will finally learn the truth.
Set under set. I knew he had it. I can't fold it. I can't fold it. He didn't flat the threes yesterday, and he flatted them today. He folded yesterday out of the small. What? Joe Catta. Where's Joe Catta? We need a 2. We need a 2. We needed 2.
Cliff was one of Joe Catta's backers in 2009, and Catta hit a big 2 on his way to the main event title.
A 2's coming. Smile, a 2's coming. Let's go. 2's coming. Put a deuce up there. It's coming.
Only 1 deuce left in the deck.
Vayo, 1 non-deuce away from the chip lead, and he has it!
It is what it is.
I know. You're going to be big one.
I almost folded it.
I know.
He has to have it. He has to have it. And what swayed me was, yes, somebody must have said you're folding too light out of this, you know. And so whatever, I can't fold it.
With over 200 million, Gordon Vayo's on top with 3 players left.
We got this. We got this. Let's go. I'm not shaking. I didn't make a mistake. Let's go. No mistakes.
He knew it, but couldn't do anything about it. It's Gordon Vayo now with more than half the chips in play. Back on day 6, Gordon Vayo was 93% to be out of this main event. With 3 players left, he's the man to beat with a direct path to $8 million and the championship bracelet. Josephy's picked up some chips. He's got over $22 million now. Nguyen has the button. And first action, ace-queen off.
Nguyen has had a nasty baccarat habit, a losing baccarat habit. The thing is, everybody loses at baccarat unless you can figure out some sort of edge.
The raise to 2.9 million. Josephy, small blind, king of spades, 9 of diamonds.
All in.
And he says all in.
Oh. Nice hand.
And a snap call. Josephy on the hook.
Cliff decided he wanted to gamble there.
Thank you.
I didn't have to do it, but I felt like it.
Qui usually doesn't have a hand as big as ace-queen. Qui now 64% to bust Josephy and go heads up for the title with Gordon Vayo.
And a huge pay bump that comes with heads up as well.
Bring the dog to the table.
How about 3 spades with a 9?
How about 2 spades with a gut shot? But Nguyen does hit top pair.
Plenty of good stuff.
We got it.
I don't think they got it. Cliff and Monty still need help.
Anybody fold the jack?
Jack of spades.
Did anybody fold the jack? I didn't fold the jack. Oh, Monty, what's up, buddy? Monty.
There's a spade. He adds a pair of 9s and a flush draw.
9, 10.
This Monty might be the luckiest dog in Las Vegas. Qui Nguyen still favored, but Josephine now with a host of new outs.
Dealer of the year.
Vayo would love dealer of the year, Nathan DeLand, to bust Josephy here. Lisa can't watch. The river card, a spade, and there's the double up.
Cliff Josephy lives the good life.
Has the hat lost its luster?
Having fun? Is everybody having fun? Sorry, Gordon.
You're back to even on the day, right? That's back to even on the day.
Nguyen is left with 91 million.
Shouldn't it be Johnny Runner Spades to save his main event life?
Josephy doubles to 46 million.
That doesn't make me feel about my king 9 fold to you last stand.
What a final table this has been.
Good hand, man.
Thanks, Gil. Thank you.
You got like exactly what you started with, basically?
Almost. But I was feeling a little better before. Not that I feel bad. I mean, I'm in a good mood the whole time.
I mean, that hand was
it was just
brutal.
Yeah.
No, I mean.
I could have folded, but I think I folded just too much yesterday. I mean, it's just so much folding. I was so sick of folding.
Yeah, I've folded every small pair for the last 2 days.
That's the thing, is that you had folded in your small blind yesterday to my cutoff open, so you're not supposed to have a small pair there. So you adjusted, and nice hand.
Thank you. Played it.
If you hadn't folded that yesterday, that was the deciding factor.
The remaining payouts, some big jumps in there, and $8 million to our new world champ. Josephy has the button and first action, and he's got the pocket trays.
Cliff cannot believe he now gets pocket trays. There's a life lesson somewhere in there.
Josephy raises to $2.5 million. Vayo folds, win in the big blind. 7-4.
Qui says, if I told you I no longer play Baccarat, I'd be lying. He just tries to play smaller now. He gambles more at the poker table.
He loves to play pots with Cliff, it seems, and he calls for $1.3 million more.
Mahatma Gandhi once told me there's not a lot of future in 7-4 off.
Here's the flop. Ace, Jack, 9. Win misses. Josephy's small pair is still good.
I like how Qui keeps chips in his hand because he's always within moments of betting them.
He checks it.
Johnny Backs used to be dominant in online poker, but has not played online since Black Friday 5.5 years ago.
He'll continue with the best hand, $3.5 million.
Qui first played Hold'em when he moved to Alaska. In Vietnam, he only played a version of 5-card stud where they removed the small cards from the deck. So he was used to playing a game in which you saw up cards and it was a 32-card deck. Suddenly in Hold'em, he couldn't see anyone's cards and it was a 52-card deck. First he lost, then he learned.
Oh, he has learned. And look at this, a check raised to $9.7 million.
And the Qui win we've seen here is not playing by the book. He's not going by optimal game theory or mathematical probabilities or merged ranges. He is simply applying pressure again and again and forcing the other guy to make tough decisions.
He's got twice the stack as Josephy. Feels he can afford to take chances and afford to be wrong. But gets Cliff to fold, and the hat is back!
Qui Nguyen is writing his own book.
He is playing the player. Qui Nguyen giveth, Qui Nguyen taketh away. More three-handed action after this, if you can stand it. Welcome back to the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino. We are inside the Penn & Teller Theater for the World Series of Poker main event final table. Lon McCarron with Norman Chad and Kara Scott. We play down to a champion tonight. It's been a thrill ride to this point. Action on the button. Qui Nguyen.
You do not want to stare out directly for too long into that raccoon hat. It's like staring directly into a Kardashian home.
He folds 8-7 suited. Josephy in the small blind.
All in.
With queen trays all in. He's lost a few chips, so this is worth $18.7 million. Vayo with king 6.
Yeah, Cliff all in for 11 big blinds. And I think this is a call from Gordon. Less than 10% of his stack.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
He does call, and he's got Josephy in bad shape.
Queen 3 of diamonds against king 6 off.
You have what? 8-6 off?
Queen 3 of diamonds.
You have queen 3.
Yeah. He's got king 6, heart diamond. I had a, what's that?
Surprised he called me.
Vayo has what he wants here. He can knock out Josephy and go heads up with the chip lead against Qui Nguyen.
And with a big pay bump, here's the flop. Top pair for Vayo, bottom pair for Josephy.
King on the flop is hard to recover from, but Wall Street always finds a way to win.
And the chip leader to start this final table is only favored to lose the rest of his chips right here to Gordon Vayo.
Money, we're using all your luck.
They're not using that lucky dog correctly. He should be on the table playing dead.
3 spades.
Gordon always looks like he's thinking about meditating.
3 is cleaner. A black 3.
3 spades. 3 spades.
Turn card. 4 of clubs, and Gordon Vayo 1 card away from going heads up. This brings Cliff Josephy to the moment he never wanted to see.
I won't drop him.
Let's go. Queen ball. Queen ball. Queen. Queen ball. Just one queen. Queen ball.
Where is it? Kata couldn't look. I'm gonna look though. I gotta look.
He wants to see a queen or a 3 or he's gone.
The river card, the deuce of clubs, and that's gonna do it. Gordon Vayo knocks off the sentimental favorite. Cliff Josephy's main event run of a lifetime is over.
Nice job.
The final table chip leader ends a disappointing third.
I tried.
Gordon Vayo Vayo will take a nice lead into heads up as Cliff Josephy will leave to collect his biggest ever poker payday. We are heads up for the bracelet and the $8 million payday. While Vayo and Nguyen get ready, Kara Scott is down to talk with Cliff Josephy.
What an incredible few days of poker you have played. The deck really didn't do you any favors here today, but let's talk about the experience as a whole.
The overall experience was absolutely wonderful. The support I got from all of the fans, from my family, which were obviously amazing throughout this, as I was the center of attention and didn't do my job around the house for months. So thank you for that. My coaches, those guys were awesome, and everybody, all the staff here. What's that money doing there without me? But yeah, I tried my best and gave it my all, and it is what it is. So.
Is there a moment that will stick with you from the entire main event?
No, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. That's a quick one. Sorry.
Who do you like here heads up? I know that's a tough question. It's a tough question.
I'm not answering that. Too smart.
You're too smart for me. Thanks so much for talking to us.
When we come back, that bracelet and that cash on the line. 27-year-old Gordon Vayo, 39-year-old Qui Nguyen battle to become poker royalty. We are down to heads up here at the main event final table. Either Qui Nguyen or Gordon Vayo will leave tonight with that bracelet.
Contrasting styles here. Qui Nguyen, pressure, pressure, pressure. Gordon Vayo, patient, looking to pick off big win bluffs.
Vayo and the small blind is also the button heads up. Ace Queen worth a raise to $4 million. A smaller ace for Nguyen, but he doesn't mind the weak ace nine-handed or heads up. And there is a re-raise to $11.9 million.
This is the second time Vayo has been heads up for a World Series bracelet in 2014. He was runner-up to Davide Katai in a no-limit hold'em event.
And there is the call for $7.9 million more from Vayo with ace queen. All right, here's our flop. King, Jack, Trey, 2 hearts. Nguyen misses. Vayo with a Broadway draw.
Nguyen, 39-year-old former nail salon worker and owner. Vayo, 27-year-old veteran online pro.
Big blind acts first post-flop and heads up play. Pre-flop aggressor. Here comes $17.7 million.
Vayo tries to emulate his coach, Tom Marchese, in terms of an even-keeled approach. Never get too high, never get too low. Take it one hand at a time.
Like you do with your marriages.
Like I do with my marriages.
Vayo with the best hand. Broadway draw makes that call. Nguyen wondering, why did you make that call? Turn card now. Deuce of spades. Vayo's bigger ace still leads. Nguyen did pick up a wheel draw.
I don't think it matters that Qui picked up a gut shot. If the turn card were an 8 of diamonds, he'd probably fire if he senses Vayo is on a marginal hand.
And Vayo has just been calling. And look at that tower of yellow chips. That's $39.9 million.
Pressure, man. That turn bet represents 1/4 of Vayo's remaining stack.
Vayo's best, but it's no pair. And he does fold to the pressure.
Qui Nguyen does not play ABC poker. He's playing with letters from an entirely different alphabet.
Qui's got to be Qui at a full table or one-on-one. And look who's no longer the chip leader. Nope, the main event rookie has taken over in the closing stretch. He's having fun. Qui continues his unorthodox style of play, taking another pot there with the worst hand. Without much previous World Series experience, Nguyen has proven to be more than up for this task.
What a remarkable story. He bottomed out playing Baccarat, lost his car, lost a home in Vietnam, even lost his nail salon because of Baccarat setbacks. Now playing in his first main event, one elimination away from $8 million and world champion of poker.
Vayo with ace-9 in the small blind during the 4-month break. Vayo won a no-limit event in Oklahoma for almost $600,000. A raise there to $4 million. Nguyen with queen-5 of clubs during the 4-month break. Nguyen went fishing with his son Kyle. And he makes a call for $2.4 million more. Here's a flop. 9-10 ace, 2 clubs. Nguyen with a club flush draw. Vayo with aces up.
Action flop. Actually, almost any flop Qui Nguyen sees by default is going to be an action flop.
He checks it to Vayo. Gordon with the best hand. Continuing for $3.7 million.
Nguyen, nicknamed Tommy Gun for a reason. He fires a lot of chips into a lot of pots.
He knocked off 3 players in a row at this final table. And look at this, a check raise to $9.7 million with his draw.
Well, that check raise is by the book. It gives Qui 2 ways to win this pot. He might take it down right here if Vayo was just c-betting with nothing. And if Vayo calls, Qui can still get there with his flush draw.
Of course, Qui might be check raising with 2 ticket stubs to Lucky You also. There is the call for $6 million more from Vayo.
Yeah, with big hands like this, Vayo will simply be in call down mode.
A king there, and Qui adds a Broadway draw to his reasons to bet.
Well, here comes the Qui Nguyen bluffing train, right on time. Choo-choo!
Boy, this is a lot of chips. That's a pot-sized bet, Norman. $27.7 million.
Pot-sized bluff, or semi-bluff. I think Gordon likely will just call here and give Qui another opportunity to stab at it on the river.
Vayo with 2 pair. He has seen Qui play the gambler. And he does make that call.
This is exactly what Gordon is waiting for. Big, big pot, and he'll just pick off Qui's bluff if he fires again on the river.
And the river card is a club, and there'll be some firing as the flush comes through for Qui Nguyen.
Oh, no need to bluff.
All in.
Yep, all in.
And Gordon Vayo has a pit in his stomach the size of the Goodyear blimp.
Vayo had him the whole way, had him right where he wanted him the whole way.
What a river.
What a brutal river for Gordon to look at. The board paired, but not his ace or 9, and the flush got there. He can only beat a bluff, which Qui is capable of, but if Vayo calls here, it's over. He's out, and Qui Nguyen is champion.
Vayo's second pair got counterfeited. As you mentioned, got the paired board out there in the 3 clubs.
It's the worst river in the deck for me, and I still don't believe you.
If you don't believe, you are gone. He does manage a fold.
Qui Nguyen takes control.
Gordon Vayo thought he had him. He set him up, and then he got rivered. In the end, Gordon makes the correct fold, but it comes with a price. Qui Nguyen stock and stack are rising.
The best poker content on the internet.
Your super high roller bowl 7 champion.
Oh, yeah.
Wheels are coming off.
That's the craziest hand I've ever seen. What was that bite?
Go to get.pokerco.com/YT24 for $20 off a new annual subscription.
In the ultimate high roller, Qui Nguyen is showing he more than belongs in this game.
He has baffled and dazzled this final table with a brand of poker that keeps you so off balance, it knocks you right out of your seat.
For more on Qui, let's check in now with Kara Scott.
Qui is a Las Vegas local, but he still decided to stay here at the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino during the November 9, so he'd be closer to the game and have less to think about in the morning before play started each day. Now, his friends told him that he should actually stay here alone to avoid distractions from family, but that's just not Qui's style. He said he tried it, but he missed his wife and his son, and he had them come and join him. He said he can't sleep properly unless he tucks his son in at night, and so having family around is actually helping him focus and sleep well.
Qui met his wife when she worked at the Las Vegas nail salon he was buying, so that was a good deal. He got a salon and a spouse in one transaction.
Blinds are up to 1.2 million and 2.4 million with a 400K ante. Win with Jack 5 of diamonds. On Qui's third attempt at a satellite, he won his main event seat. His family urged him to sell the seat worth $10,000. Lucky for them, he did not. There's a raise to 6.7 million. Vayo Looks down at queen 9 off.
Vayo would be the 9th straight 20-something to win the main event. That streak started with Peter Eastgate in 2008.
Vayo starting this hand with 1 million fewer chips than Qui Nguyen. He calls for 4.3 million more.
But you know, maybe 39 is the lucky number. Greg Raymer was 39 when he won in 04. Joe Hashem was 39 in 05. Jerry Yang was 39 in 07. Qui Nguyen is 39.
Top pair for Vayo. 2 clubs hit the board. Vayo checks to the pre-flop razor.
Yeah, this is a familiar pattern. Vayo has the best hand. Nguyen's going to bet. Vayo's going to check call.
Qui always obliges with a continuation bet. This one is worth 9.7 million.
And this is pretty much Gordon's game plan, heads up. Wait for hands, let Qui Nguyen bet at it, and pick him off for a lot of chips at the end.
Vayo with the best of it. Puts together calling chips, and they're in the pot now.
And you know, Gordon's game plan would look a whole lot better right now if Qui didn't hit the flush in the previous hand to win that huge pot.
Turn card, 10 of hearts. That keeps Vayo ahead. But he's still letting Qui lead the way.
And Qui is still drawing to a pair. But his hand doesn't matter often. It's the amount of chips he puts into the pot that matters often.
Good point. He loves to move chips. And the chip leader wants to move another big stack of yellows. That is 27.7 million.
And when you're calling down a lot of hands like Gordon is, you need to be prepared to make mistakes, and you need to be prepared to pick off bluffs. I think Gordon's game, though, is built for that. You know, incredibly, at age 27, Gordon has been picking off bluffs almost half his life.
Vayo. Wondering, is now a time for a check raise? Nope, just a call.
Of course, a check raise there probably ends the hand.
Underscore probably. You just never know with Qui Nguyen. River card now is a 5. That pairs Qui Nguyen, but he cannot win the hand in a showdown. Vayo checks a 3rd time.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Qui hitting one of his draws, making a losing pair of 5s.
All in.
What? He said all in?
Gordon keeps playing defense. He's just not equipped for this offense. Can you really call off all your chips with 2nd pair?
Nguyen dangling the chip lead in Vayo's face, but in there also the possibility of being knocked out with a call.
You know, I'm not even sure if Qui's all in is a bluff or if he thinks he has the best hand, but maybe that's what makes it so smart. Qui keeps putting Gordon in awful positions. Most players would just be happy to get to showdown.
Vayo has to suss this out. Chip lead, knocked out. You have to separate the two to find a clear answer here. And he does fold angrily. Qui Nguyen. Gordon Vayo is either frustrated that his style of play that he's chosen is not working, or he thinks the cards are conspiring against him. Either way, he's trailing.
Qui Nguyen is taking poker back to the future. He leaves me breathless with his plays.
Nice hand, Qui.
Thank you.
Nice hand.
Gordon is beflummoxed.
I really was planning on calling that one.
Sometimes I got a real hand, sometimes not, so I don't know.
Nguyen certainly enjoying himself here, but the time with his family is what he enjoys most.
The summertime, the more of the time I spend time with my son. You know, we go to the boat, fishing. I'm not really thinking about an event. I just very relaxing.
I feel sorry for the fish when he's fishing. He'll bluff him right out of the water.
Well, and then sometimes Qui has a real hand. Ace, queen of diamonds here. More than a 4.5 to 1 chip lead for Nguyen. A raise to 7 million. Vayo with a small suited queen. And with that weaker queen, he makes the call. All right, here's the flop. And there is a queen for both, but Nguyen, of course, with a top kicker. It's check to him.
That flop, not good news for Vayo. All these chips are going to be in the middle of Nguyen bets here.
There's the bet.
9.9.
Gordon with 21 big blinds left.
All in.
All in.
Check raise all in. And a snap call. Vayo finally played back, and he's got the worst of it. Nguyen, 2 clean cards from this title.
I think most people would have picked Vayo in this heads-up match. Nguyen looked like he might blow up on the very first hand of three-handed play, but instead, Qui has bluffed and grinded his way to the brink of this championship.
Gordon Vayo is at risk and crushed. Qui Nguyen can taste victory. Runner-up for Vayo doesn't taste so good. Now Vayo with a bevy of outs, flush and straight draws on the turn.
Hello, 18 outs, but Vayo's still a dog to fend off elimination.
You like that turn, Qui? That's what happened, man. Well, good life, man. Well, like good, man. The same thing happened last time. I win, so you know. You win, you know. So that's what you can do.
We got a fun turn card.
We got a fun, you know. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chad.
Poker always give you the heart attack.
Sir,
you know, so that's how you go.
This might be it.
The river card is a spade, and the match will continue. Gordon Vayo with a tournament-saving flush.
Vayo's crowd looks like Oprah just gave away a free car to everyone in her studio audience.
Qui Nguyen still the chip leader by an overwhelming margin, but still, he thought he had it.
Well, Cliff Josephy stayed alive against Qui with runner-runner spades. Now Vayo stays alive against Qui with runner-runner spades.
The crowd in the Penn and Teller Theater loving the drama here. Vayo with a crucial double up, and it's back to work. And the shades go back on for Qui Nguyen. A look at the last 3 World Series of Poker main event bracelets, plus the one this year's champion will take home. Before the break, Gordon Vayo doubled up to nearly 120 million chips, but since then he's lost a lot of small pots. Nguyen continuing to grind him down, bluffing when he needs to, catching cards when he needs to. This heads-up match has been pretty lopsided, Norman.
What did Albert Einstein once say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Vayo has stuck to his check-calling, check-folding game plan. It hasn't worked. It just feels like a matter of time before Qui puts him out of his misery.
King 10 of clubs for Qui Nguyen. 8.5 million is the raise to Vayo now. Jack 10 of spades.
Jack 10 suited is the Swiss Army knife of poker hands. It's good in all types of situations, including shoving when you have 17 bigs left. Just bad luck for Gordon here.
All in.
Yep, there it is, all in. He's ready to rumble, and a call from Nguyen. Nguyen's got the best of it. Vayo with another uphill climb.
Gordon Vayo began heads up with the chip lead, but it has been exasperating, frustrating, and exhausting for him against the Las Vegas gambler. And again, Qui Nguyen, the former nail salon owner, on the brink of the title.
Gordon Vayo, once again, on the bottom end looking up, and there's a king for Nguyen, top pair. Vayo with a straight draw, of course.
Now, Qui has had his fill of runner-runners. He doesn't want to see a double gutter deny him here.
I've never seen him. It looks like he's wearing like a Rocky Raccoon hat when it's backwards. And it's what? Never easy. We're doing two tomorrow.
Qui in a great mood. Gordon remains upbeat.
This is crazy. Well, I'm so tired. I know you're so tired. I'm so tired.
The main event is a grind. Vayo needs help. The turn card is the deuce of spades. No help to Vayo. Qui Nguyen 1 card away from poker immortality.
Anybody follow the queen or Nate? I don't know.
You just have to love the way Gordon Vayo handles himself.
Can Vayo pull out another double up, or is this Qui's time?
Vayo needs a queen or an 8, or Qui Nguyen is main event champion.
And the river card is a tray, and Qui does it!
Good game, man. Yeah, good game.
Qui Nguyen outplayed them all. He is the 2016 World Series of Poker main event champion.
Qui Nguyen rewrites the book of poker and writes his name into poker history.
Huge paydays for both, but second place is tough nonetheless. It was a journey that began in Vietnam, continued through Florida, Alaska, California, and finally Las Vegas, where we now call Qui Nguyen a world champion. What a performance, Norman.
He was unpredictable, unconventional, and at this final table, unbeatable.
And now he's $8 million richer.
Give it up for Qui Nguyen.
Reckless early.
Echo. Sit gamble.
Let's gamble.
That's a queen!
An aggressive late. Qui Nguyen battled his way to the chip lead.
One, four.
And ultimately the title of main event champion.
Good game, man. Yeah, good game. Yeah. I just say thank you all my fans, all my family. I'm so excited, so I don't know what to say.
For Norman, Chad, and Kara Scott, I'm Lon McCarran. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next year.